So welcome to Divine Light Unlocked. It's Psychic Gavin. So please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for alerts. New content coming all the time. And today, for development, I'm going to talk about the Bindhu Chakra. So yes, if you're a yoga, if you're heavily into yoga or meditation, you may know how great this type of spiritual practice is, and how you're constantly in a position to uncover new layers of understanding and spirituality. See, the lessons about the Bindhu Chakra certainly belong to the category of teachings that come in a more advanced phase of our development, yeah. So let me just say for those that don't, have you ever seen a Bhakti yogi? They've got the shaved head, except for a tiny area close to the top of the head with a small ponytail. That's the position of the Bindhu Chakra. Bindhu is one of the main chakras of the human body, although it's often left out from most charts and descriptions. It can often be referred to as the 8th chakra. The mysterious energy centre is very often overlooked, and as little is known about it. The majority of yoga books don't even mention it, but because of its ability to provide strength, energy and longevity, Tantra Yoga devotes a great deal of attention to this chakra. So let me go through some of the main points you should know about the Bindhu Chakra. The Bindhu, it means a drop or a point. In fact, as a yoga tradition says, it is the point of manifestation of our entire physical body, and likewise the point of its dissipation. The chakra is important for overall physical, emotional and spiritual health and vitality of our entire microcosm. Bindhu brings a sense of happiness, well-being, purpose and enthusiasm. So metaphysical, the Bindhu Chakra is the primal point of appearance of clear consciousness and exists beyond time, beyond space, energy, matter and even form. It represents a very subtle level of consciousness. The subtle pranic energy that flows through this chakra is concentrated into drops like an elixir, and winds help carry this elixir through the channels, the nadises. Bindhu is the point where we gain true experience about the divine, because here the many forms of manifestation cease to be observed. So here we're faced with the infinite as one, not as many. So where is this located? You'll see, as I post a picture of the brain, the skull, where the Bindhu is located. So it's located at the back of the head, near the top. It's placed behind the place where most people have a lock of hair growing in the opposite direction from the rest of their hair. So what would be known as the crown on the head with the hair. The symbol for it is the crescent moon. Because of that, yet another name of the centre can be Moon Chakra. The energy of the moon is life-giving and sustaining. It's responsible for the growth of the planet life on Earth. So if Bindhu is fully activated, the light that shines from it resembles the bright shine of the full moon. So what does the Bindhu do? Bindhu holds our life force within. It's the centre of where our life nectar, or Amrita, is produced. Amrita is said to help the yogi obtain enlightenment. From there, this nectar drops down towards the 3rd chakra, solar plex. So in the solar plex chakra, the life nectar from the Bindhu Chakra is being used up for various activities of our body. In other words, the fire of Manipura, the name of the solar plex chakra, is not given by chance. It's responsible for burning up and gradually using the nourishing powers of the Amrita nectar. So back, when was it, in the 17th century, Garanda Samhita, one of the 3 classic Hatha yoga texts, we find verses that describe the process. The book is presented as a manuscript that presents the secrets of Hatha Yoga with regard to the ultimate reality as taught by Karanda to Shanda. Here are some verses. The sun dwells at the root of the navel, and the moon at the root of the palate. The sun consumes the nectar of immortality, and thus man is held in the sway of death. So if only we could catch up this nectar before reaching the solar plex, preferably in the throat chakra, we could enjoy the vitalising, the nourishing energy of the Bindhu Chakra. This is certainly not easy, but with certain exercises, yogic exercises, it may become possible. The proof of this may be found in the reports of yogis capable of living without food or water for 16 years. One of the possible explanations of these astonishing achievements is the direct use of the Bindhu Chakra nectar. So as a result of the underutilisation of dissipation of the Bindhu's life force, we grow older, our skin becomes drier, rougher, slack and more transparent. We lose bone tissue and cartilage and hair They develop age-related hearing loss, suffer from dementia, and have to deal with other mental and physical problems. So the benefits, then properly mastering the energy centre helps overcome many problems we encounter in our life. So, for example, unhealthy eating habits, poor eyesight, headaches, depression and anxiety. People who lack energy should concentrate on the Bindhu area to get some of the invigorating effects of this chakra. So the physical connection. Bindhu is connected to the pineal gland. When Bindhu is awakened, the pineal gland and our third eye are fully activated too. The more active the chakra becomes, the more active the pineal gland is. Science has determined that an active pineal gland means having greater awareness, psychic and empathic powers, vivid dreams, lucid dreaming, and greater imagination and creativity. So what can we do? There are some practical exercises that we can keep the Bindhu nectar. So, some exercises everyone can use to keep the elixir for this chakra from dissipating in the lower chakras and active within the upper part of the chakra systems are massaging the scalp. Massaging the area of the Bindhu chakra is one obvious, albeit not overly effective way of activating the soothing energy of the centre, but it can be done by applying circular movements with or without using oil. Asana, that's a special posture. If you do hatha yoga, Vipariti Karaniya, let me try that again. Vipariti Karani is an asana you might want to try. Vipariti Karani is something like a half shoulder stand. It's one of the easiest inverted postures and quite simple to perform. It's said to protect the Bindhu chakra and its nectar because it's in this inverted position that nectar flows towards the throat and the throat chakra. So you carefully place the head and both hands on the ground, raise the feet and remain steady. This is considered to be Viparita Karini. And also, put the sun up and bring the moon down. So this mudra is concealed in all tantras. So any type of yoga, asana that involves inversion, like sported shoulder stand, Salamba, I can't pronounce this, Salamba, Saravangasana, sported headstand, Salamba, Sirasanana, and the plow pose, Halasana, or feathered peacock pose, Pincha Mayurasana, should be great for the awakening of the Bindhu chakra and for concentrating the Amaretta elixir. In fact, you may even want to try some of the inversion therapy tables for that purpose. But what else can help it and help you with the Bindhu chakra? Pranayama breathing exercises. So any type of breathing exercise or pranayama can potentially help. Pranayama has three important stages: the inhaling, the exhaling, and the breath retention. The breath retention phase is actually where the life nectar is being held in the Bindhu chakra. We should be aware, however, that whenever we exhale, unfortunately this nectar goes down towards the lower chakras. This part cannot be prevented. So in a way, a part of the Amrita is always lost during the normal process of breathing. So the pranayama, this is an exercise done with your tongue. The tongue is rolled back to the soft palate as far as possible. This helps preserve the Amrita nectar from the Bindhu chakra. The idea is to first catch the downward stream of Amrita and controlling it by redirecting it up towards the throat chakra. So gently inserting the tongue into the base of the palate, then the tongue is turned back into the cavity of the skull, and your inner gaze is directed between the eyebrows. That's the Kachari mudra. Can really help with that nectar from the Bindhu chakra and help with your development. Good evening, everyone. It is Mercury here. I work alongside Commander Ashtar and Sana Kamara. You see, three different energies, different direction from all, but in some way, shape or form, all about communication to all. Communicating to move forward, to go in the direction you choose, one that you may be fearful of, but need to always choose, not following the heart, leading by example. Now that's Commander Ashtar.
for you. And as for Sana Kamara, he can bring forward secrets for you all. Ones that can be given in a seemingly communicative way, but actually have a far deeper meaning for a future day. It drops into your subconscious, so you know what to do. And when it's the perfect timing, it comes right out of the heart to the mind for you. Now, as for myself, Mercury, I'm very little called. That's because I'm about open communication. But communication, in the majority of your being, of your soul, is not down on earth. You're communicating with that one energy, not just of the earth, but of the universe, where the higher self gets its knowledge from. So if you wish more answers to be understood and not be pondered on for as long, then you must open up. Open up with the Bindhu. That's where you can get the answers that the mind will never understand for you. You see, you need to lead it from the Bindhu into your heart. That's where you can get the connection with and gives you greater enlightenment for a start. In addition to greater love, a greater health overall, as some of you in front of me will know. In order to start healing a physical vessel of yours, it needs to start on a spiritual front, on an emotion, or some sort of pain. If we can eliminate that, then the whole body should be right as rain. So with the Bindhu, that elixir, it's got more than what you've just been told. It's a vital life force energy that can keep the body alive untold. Which I was around last night, you see, as you were talking of certain energies with regard to other densities that linger around plants and trees. Where do they get their energy from if they don't feast on these? It is very similar now to what I'm telling you. So, I cannot bring connection through, but I can tell you this is why the Bindhu has been hidden from you. It used to be known. I had to be very careful to understand that created longer longitude in the past for all on earth. It's very much hidden from you to stop you living to a bright old age. But his personal best healing form comes from the Bindhu Chakra, you see. It does. It floods that elixir like a hormone. That's the best way for me to explain to you. A bit like your other glands too. You're aware what the maturity needs and does for you. The pineal gland balances day and night. It floods the body, you see. So this chakra is a gland too. But very much lacking in use. That is one of the greatest reasons they try to calcify the pineal gland to you. There would be no fear if everyone's Bindhu chakra is there, being used to its full potential. But you can't reach it with your body down there. It can only be reached with your spiritual self. And I know the medium knows how. So I just wanted to come and say hello to you all. And I hope you enjoy the feeling somehow. For anyone that's not interested, has come purely for those messages from loved ones. Don't worry, the medium will do those. I'm going to stay, as I am about communication. I'll be in the background, enjoying tonight's communication. Lots of love to you all. I send great blessings from above, and hopefully you'll get a better understanding, even if you can't put it into words. Good night, all of you.
So now we're going to do an exercise to help you unlock that nectar, Amarati from the Bindhu Chakra. So what I need to explain first is that you're going to need to squeeze your perineum. That's between your anus and your genitals, which often be done by squeezing your bum. But you're also going to need your tongue to the roof of your mouth and the alveolar ridge while we do this. That opens two energy channels and bring them into alignment together. What we're going to be doing initially, you'll follow my instructions, but you'll be closing your eyes, relaxing, and you're going to imagine yourself breathing blue in and breathing out white to a cloud above your head that you then subsequently will breathe in. So you'll breathe in that cloud and you let it move down, then it will move back up. So there is involved quite a bit of holding your breath in here in order to allow this elixir to come down, because it can't come while we're breathing. And you'll feel it, and it should give you a rush into your throat. So we'll be taking what I call 3 kidney breaths. That's not breathing in through your nose, it's breathing in through your mouth fully, and then breathing out the colour white while breathing in through the mouth the colour blue. When you let out the white, you build that cloud up with the 3 breaths out, ready to build it, breathe it in. We will be changing the colours as we move forward. So, if you wanted to start, contract that perineum, close your eyes, place the tongue in the alveolar ridge, which is just behind the front teeth, in that ridge, top of your roof of your mouth. Please, breathe in blue into your kidneys, that deep breath all the way to the root, and then breathe out white. See that white mist start to form above the crown. Take another deep breath of blue in, breathe out, enhancing that cloud above your crown. Breathe in blue, breathe out white, again into that cloud. Now breathe in that cloud of white all the way down to your root chakra. Hold your breath, allow the energy to rise up now, all the way to your brain. Hold your breath a bit longer. See that white? See that white in the brain? As you breathe out, what does the white feel like? What did you see? Just keeping that perineum contracted. We're going to take 3 more kidney breaths. See that white mist, the cloud above your head. Let it form. Breathing in blue, breathing out white. Breathing in blue, breathing out white. Breathing in blue, breathing out white. Breathing in that cloud all the way to your root chakra, holding your breath. Allow the energy to rise up your spine, into your brain. Hold the white. See it turn cobalt blue. Hold it for a few more seconds and breathe out cobalt blue. Touch and feel what you created. What does cobalt blue feel like to you? What do you see? So the longer you hold your breath, the more elixir will come to you. We'll be going through 7 different colours. That's the second with the blue. So again, keeping that perineum contracted. The tongue to the roof of the mouth. Breathe in 3 more kidney breaths. Breathing in blue, breathing out white. Breathing in blue, breathing out white. Breathing in blue, breathing out white. Breathe in that white cloud, all the way to the root. Hold your breath. Allow the energy to rise up your spine, into your brain. Hold that white light in the brain. Allow it to turn cobalt blue, now silver. Hold it for a few more seconds. Breathe out the silver. Touch and feel what you created. What's the silver feel like to you? What did you see? So keeping the perineum contracted. 3 more kidney breaths. Breathing in the blue, breathing out the white. So breathe in the blue, breathe out the white. See the mist starting to form. Breathe in the blue, breathe out the white. Breathe in the blue, breathe out the white. Now breathe in the white mist cloud that's above your crown. Breathe it in, drawing it all the way down to your root. Hold your breath. See the energy rise up through your spine, into your brain. See that white light in the brain turn to cobalt blue, silver, royal purple. Now hold it for a few more seconds. Breathe out the royal purple. Touch and feel what you've created. What does it feel like? What do you see for you? So we're going to be unlocking even more elixir with the next 5th colour. And the 6th will bring it to its full capacity. Make sure your breath is recuperated so you can hold it longer to feel the elixir inside of you. Coming to your throat chakra and the experience that you feel and that you see. So while we get ready for the 5th colour, which will be gold, contract that perineum. Breathe, getting ready for the 3 kidney breaths like before. So now, breathe in blue, breathe out white, creating the mist. Breathe in blue, breathe out white. Breathe in blue, breathe out white. Now breathe in that white cloud mist from above your crown, feeling it all the way down to your root chakra. Hold your breath. Allow the energy to rise up the spine, into your brain. Hold the white light in the brain. Allow it to turn cobalt blue, silver, royal purple, now gold. Hold it for a few more seconds. Breathe out the gold. Touch and feel what you've created. What does the gold feel like to you? What do you see? What do you feel? So this 6th colour, in a moment, will bring the full elixir to you. So contract the perineum. Put the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Breathe in the blue. Breathe out white, creating the mist. Breathe in blue. Breathe out white, creating the mist above your crown. Breathe in blue. Breathe out white. Now breathe in that white mist. Breathe it in all the way down to your root. Hold your breath. Allow the energy to rise up your spine now to your brain. Hold that white light in the brain. Allow it to turn cobalt blue, silver, royal purple, gold, now rainbow. Hold it for as long as you can. Then breathe out the rainbow. Feel what you've created. How it feels. What you see. Now you're welcome to do that again with the rainbow. For any that wish to do, we'll do it again 2 more times. So breathe in the blue, breathe out the white. Breathe in the blue and breathe out the white. Breathe in the blue, breathe out the white. Breathe in the white, all the way, to your root. Let it rise up the spine to your brain. See that white? See the white? Turn cobalt blue, royal purple, silver, gold, rainbow. Hold it for a bit longer. Breathe out the rainbow. Again, keeping the perineum contracted. Breathe in 3 more kidney breaths. The blue to the white. Blue to the white. Blue to the white. Breathe in that white cloud all the way down to your root. Hold it. Let it rise up the spine to your brain. Holding your breath. See that white? Change to cobalt blue, silver, royal purple and gold. Rainbow. Hold it for as long as you can. Breathe out the rainbow. What does that elixir feel like to you? The elixir really can only drop down to the throat while we're not breathing. So do comment how it feels to you. Whether you felt the elixir of the Bindhu drop down into your throat and what the energy felt for you. Hope that helps. I hope you enjoy the Mercury channeling that has been led us to this video. Lots of love to all of you. Psychic Gavin, Divine Light Unlocked.